Hey everybody, welcome to Swan's Japanese Horror Reviews episode 12. Today we're taking on Shion Sono's 2005 erotic and grotesque shocker, Strange Circus. Strange Circus tells the story of a sexually abused 12-year-old named Mitsuko who is forced to watch her parents have sex through a peephole in a cello case. And the abuse doesn't end there. Her father abuses her even more while at school and at home, and eventually rapes her. Later on, we're introduced to a wheelchair-bound erotic novelist named Taiko, who seems to be writing about Mitsuko. So what's the connection between this woman, Mitsuko, her mom, and her dad? Well, that's the mystery, and as they say on the case, reality is the mystery, and that is no joke. This movie is a mind-bender. It goes from reality to fantasy in the blink of an eye and the snap of a finger. Strange Circus is definitely a very hard film to watch. There's rape scenes, there's a lot of sex scenes, there's bondage, amputations, graphic violence. It's not very uplifting. You're either really going to love it or you're going to hate it. I've read a lot of reviews that say, this movie is trash and that, it's garbage, and some of my friends can only watch like 5 minutes and they just had to stop, they did not want to watch this film. But I think if you sit down with it, you'll find that the director of Suicide Club has come back with a movie that I think is even better than Suicide Club. It's tighter, more coherent, and definitely gets a point across that I think was somewhat lost in the bizarre and almost eclectic nature of Suicide Club. The plot is all about identity and sexual identity, for that matter. I think the plot and the themes of the movie come across much more clearer than what they did in Suicide Club. So I think this is Sono's better work of the two films that have been released here in the States anyways. I think the themes of the movie definitely do come across a lot better in this. It's harder to watch because what the themes entail, but I think if you stick around with it, you're going to find a movie that definitely plays with identity, plays with who people are, plays with how a family shapes you, how society shapes you and views you, and how you contribute back to that. So definitely there's merit to the film, even though there are some very cringe-worthy scenes. So if you're weary about, sexuality and violence, then this might not be the movie for you. Just being grotesque and erotic and having a nice story wouldn't be enough to really recommend this film, but thankfully all the elements come together here. The acting is superb. Masumi Miyazaki, who played the lead role of the mother in this film, does an excellent job. She goes from being terrifying and abusive in one scene to being funny and almost charming in another scene. Yeah, definitely the characterization and the acting was superb in this film. The set design is wonderful. I mean, there are some scenes where the walls are bloody red, and there's a TV with the father's eyes on it. Taiko, the novelist's room that she lives in, is really colorful. The circus scenes themselves, because we keep going back to this really strange circus of the title. Everyone's in these elaborate costumes. The set design's great. Definitely, I mean, it's a feast for the eyes, and though sometimes the feast becomes something you don't want to eat, it's definitely there. So yeah, Strange Circus is a great film, although some of you may be wondering, a few reviews back for the Kirei Terror of Beauty, I was bashing that movie because of the amount of nudity and sexuality in it, but here I'm glorifying it in Strange Circus. Why is that the case? Well, it's because they are both used in entirely different ways. The nudity and sexuality in this movie is a core theme of Strange Circus, and it's not there just to wake you up or whatever, or keep you from watching the the movie. It serves a point. It serves a purpose. It tells a story. It's an integral part. The nudity and sexuality in Kirei was just pointless and overdone and just really not necessary. But here it's a key part of the story. So definitely just try to keep an open mind when you watch this film. The DVD comes to us from TLA Releasing. They did a great job here. This is the uncut version. You get the full movie. There's an hour-long making of that's included with this that goes through the casting and the directing, and you got interviews with everybody. Really, really nice. It's a great DVD, and I definitely recommend you go out and get this copy. When it comes down to it, Strange Circus is definitely a very unique film. For a rating, I would give it probably an 8 out of 10, I'd say. It's very unique. It's unlike anything I've ever seen. Wondering throughout the movie what's real, what's not, who's who. So it's a great mystery. The imagery is, very different. Sometimes very breathtaking, sometimes very appalling. So yeah, just keep an open mind, as I've been saying throughout this movie, and just try to watch it. And I think you'll have some feeling towards it, and maybe it'll be strong, maybe not. Fans of the Suicide Club director should definitely give Strange Circus a look. It's got some similar aspects to the Suicide Club, but overall deals with entirely different issues. If you're looking for some shocking cinema, this is your man. If you're looking for some insightful and thought-provoking cinema that's going to leave you, you know, thinking, then definitely check this out. So yeah, brave filmgoers, please go give Strange Circus a try. And I'm Swan, and as always, we'll see you next time.